Good evening, Knicks fans. Big Nick Burt here, bringing that Big Nick energy. Everybody's talking football today, everybody's talking turkey. I ain't got none of that, so here we go. We got a big game coming up. Phoenix Suns on a win streak, looking good. They got better from last year. Just looking at their roster, I mean, I thought they lost Crowder, but they still have him. JaVale McGee, did they just get him? Either way, they got him now. And then big bad Peyton. Everyone loves Elfrid Payton, that's for sure. Not even going to touch on that right now. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But what do we need to look at? What can we expect? Well, I was looking at some footage from not even the last time, not even the most recent time we played, but when we were in Phoenix. And they routed us at the end. But looking at the game, I mean, there's a lot of good things. It's going to be a guard battle, period. I mean, it's going to be Chris Paul versus Derrick Rose if he plays. Looking at the injury list, too, it's questionable. Taj is out, I think. Mitchell Robinson is questionable. So no Rose, no Robinson, big problems, I think. But if Rose plays, and especially if Robinson plays, it's going to be a much better game. So we'll be looking for the injury reports in the morning. We'll see what they say. I mean, it could go either way. They're questionable, so. But it's okay, though, because as much as Rose was a nuisance to them the last couple times we played, I'm hoping IQ can fill into that now and really, show off his point guard skills that we saw in last game. I think everybody's kind of ready for him to be the starting point guard. I know people keep putting that number around, Kemba Walker's minutes in the fourth quarter versus IQ's minutes in the fourth quarter. And I don't really get why people care. I mean, we had the same thing with Elfrid Payton, where he'd start the game but not finish it. And I don't think anybody, I think most people who were talking about that wanted Payton out of the lineup completely, which was ridiculous. And with Walker, it's like, I don't know, they want him to have more minutes at the fourth. I don't know. I'm not sure what the desired goal is, but I like Walker starting the game, and I like Rose and IQ taking it over. So if IQ keeps that up for this next game, I honestly think they're going to have trouble because Chris Paul's a liability on defense. I don't care what he's doing on offense. I just don't. He's going to get his buckets. He's going to assist people. He's a good player. We've known that for a long time. So Chris Paul comes out, does what he does. But who can stay with IQ? I don't think anybody on their team is fast enough. I don't think anybody on their team is fast enough. They got guys big enough to stop them, If they want to do a 3-2 zone to just stop the penetration, they definitely could do that. And I think they would have success, especially if we're not shooting well. But, and especially if we don't have Mitch. But if we are shooting well and they do try to go man against quickly, I don't think it's going to work well for them. I think IQ is going to really, really take off next game. And that's just, of course I'm being a homer, and I just like to see these young guys get better and better. So another thing I noticed too about this last game, the highlights I was looking at, Toppin had like one fast break dunk, and you're like, okay, I know that was like the early signs of Toppin, but we'll look at the last game. He had like 6 dunks. It was amazing. So, and a lot of them were in transition. So I think, especially given their speed, I don't think Ayton is fast enough. I don't think McGee is fast enough. I know Booker is, but whether or not he's going to actually chase down block in transition, who knows? I mean, we'll see that tomorrow. I think he can. Obviously, I've seen him do it. But who's going to run after Toppin and really try to put their neck out there to stop him? So that being said, I mean, like I said, I'm looking at these highlights. Chris Paul is doing whatever he wants. Devin Booker does whatever he wants. So it's going to be a big guard battle. I'm not really too worried about Ayton. I mean, obviously, he has potential to go off for like 25 points, but I don't think that'll be the big issue. The big issue is going to be stopping penetration. The big issue is going to be staying on screens, being smart on screens, and that's it, really. I mean, they're just a good team. You have to get out on all their shots. You have to make the right reads. And I'm looking at these highlights, and a lot of it is Noel not making the right reads. So, no Gibson, no Mitch. I mean, what are we going to do? Sims? Small ball? I mean, we can go small ball, run them. But they're pretty fast. They're pretty healthy. I mean, they're fairly young. I don't think they're not as young as us, but I think they could probably run and keep up if they wanted to. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, they're on the win streak. They have every reason to come out and just gun and just go for it. They have Booker. They have Chris Paul. And we'll see. I mean, it's going to be a guard battle, I think. So without getting too specific about it, I mean, I have some things I'll post in here. I'll probably just do it. I'm trying to do a new thing. This is off my phone, so I'm not going to be doing this too often, I don't think. But using my phone and my wife's laptop, I will try and do like a picture-in-picture, and we can see some plays with me talking. And if that's the case, that's just fantastic. So, big things to look at: stopping the guards on both sides. So that's going to be a big key for them too. So that's for me. That's the matchup to watch. Is the guards. If Rose is good, it's going to be Rose and Paul. If Rose is not good, it's going to be IQ and Paul. I mean, shoot, even Walker could come out and have a crazy game to start, and then not play that many minutes in the fourth, and IQ can just finish the game. Who cares if we win? So that's what I'm looking at. I looked at the Phoenix Cavaliers highlights. Honestly, it's a lot of the same stuff. High pick and roll. Leaving the guys in the corner. They leave a guy in both corners most of the time. So they leave a guy in both corners. High pick and roll. Then they send a trailer or the float guy coming right behind them. Half the time they're getting it into the paint. The other half of the time they're kicking it into the corner for the three. So we know how to play basketball, right? That's pretty standard stuff. So if we stop that stuff, which starts with keeping your feet in front of Chris Paul. You're the guy who's on the guy setting the pick, calling out the pick. Pick right side. We'll see. We'll see. There's a great Thibodeau. He shouts. I don't remember what he shouts, but come on, something like that.
One of the shots that Noel finished off, and that's where he gets his shots as far as the offensive glass.
Sun swinging around.
We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be a good game, though. If we come out shooting, Randall comes out playing like he did the last game, it'll be good. It'll be a good game. So that's it. I mean, it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That's it. Oh, I almost forgot. Friday Night Knicks. It's Friday Night Knicks, and Monica McNutt will be on. Billy Pito probably. Alan Hahn. Wally Zerbiak. Did you know he was in the NBA? I didn't know. It's good that he tells us all the time. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to a good game. I think we have the potential, and I think we'll probably get a classic Clyde line where he'll say something about some people eating too much turkey and being tired. You know, just classic Clyde. And that's what I'm looking forward to, really. Just a good game of basketball. I think these Phoenix Suns are a lot better than a lot of teams in the NBA, so this is not going to be an easy game. And if we focus on, if we actually focus on stopping the guards, stopping that first step that Devin Booker gets, stopping the first step that Chris Paul gets, being diligent on picks, being diligent as a defender, being fast, scoring quickly, more points per possession, more possessions per game. More points per possession, more possessions per game. That's the key. That's just modern NBA though. So IQ with the fast shot clock, 3-pointers. I know we don't like them when they miss, but when they go in, it's the best thing you can do. So we'll see. I think if anybody's gonna have a really big game, I mean, obviously Randall's getting 20. That's without a doubt. Randall's getting 20. I think RJ has potential to get 20 just because their wing defenders aren't that good. IQ can get 20. Rose can get 20. Everybody can just get 20, please. Thanks. So if everybody just does that, we'll win. And we'll have a happy Friday night Knicks. So I am Big Nick Burt here with the Big Nick Energy, keeping it casual on Thanksgiving night. See you tomorrow.